What if the grieving widow in the black veil was only one version of Jackie Kennedy? After JFK's death, America wanted her frozen forever as the Saint of Camelot. But the real Jackie chose survival. A rumored forbidden bond with Robert Kennedy, a claimed encounter with Marlon Brando, a billionaire marriage of convenience, nude paparazzi photos allegedly engineered by her own husband, and a final secret life with a married diamond merchant. Forget the marble statue. This is the scandalous story of the real Jackie O. Fact number 1. The inventor of Camelot. Most people believe the legend of Camelot was created by John F. Kennedy. That is a historical lie. The Kennedy-Camelot myth did not appear by accident. Jackie named it, shaped it, and forced America to remember JFK through it. Just 1 week after the assassination, on November 29, 1963, a grieving 34-year-old widow summoned Theodore White, a prominent journalist from Life magazine, to Hyannis Port. She dictated the narrative, famously comparing JFK's administration to King Arthur's magical, doomed court. She personally orchestrated every detail of the state funeral, forcing it to mirror Abraham Lincoln's to ensure her husband would be immortalized in the exact same historical tier. She was not a passive, weeping victim. She was a brilliant political strategist who built an indestructible mythological cage around her husband's memory, completely securing his legacy before she stepped out of the spotlight. Fact number 2. The forbidden brother-in-law rumor. America expected her to mourn forever, but behind closed doors, Jackie was desperate for comfort in a world that had violently collapsed. This led to the most explosive and scandalous whisper of the 1960s, a rumored affair with her brother-in-law, Robert F. Kennedy. According to controversial biographers and decades of Washington gossip, the grief-stricken widow and the traumatized brother bonded over their shared nightmare, and that bond allegedly turned physical. No definitive proof has ever settled the rumor, but the fact that people believed it says something darker about the Kennedy myth. It was the ultimate taboo. The murdered president's wife and his closest brother supposedly hiding a passionate connection while the entire world watched them mourn in black. Fact number 3. The Marlon Brando encounter. Bobby wasn't the only shocking name linked to the young widow. In his 1994 autobiography, Hollywood legend Marlon Brando claimed that he and Jackie had an intimate, alcohol-fueled encounter in 1964. After a night of heavy drinking in Washington, Brando wrote that she waited for him to make the first move, and when he didn't, she took the initiative herself, leading him into her bedroom. Whether it was the absolute truth or just a narcissistic actor's ego, the mere publication of this story completely shattered the illusion of the untouchable saint. The public was horrified and entirely captivated by the realization that Jackie was a real woman with desires, not a frozen marble statue standing over an eternal flame. Fact number 4. The paranoia and the escape. Jackie genuinely tried to build a quiet, safe life in New York, but the Kennedy curse would not let her rest. The breaking point came on June 5, 1968, when Robert F. Kennedy was assassinated in Los Angeles. The psychological toll on Jackie was catastrophic. She fell into a deep, paranoid terror, absolutely convinced that someone was systematically hunting down the Kennedy family. According to close friends, she became frantic, famously declaring, "If they are killing Kennedys, then my children are targets. I want to get out of this country." America was no longer her home. It felt like a sprawling graveyard. She needed a fortress, a private army, and an escape route that no American politician could ever provide. Fact number 5. The billionaire marriage of convenience. On October 20, 1968, the saintly widow committed what the American public viewed as absolute treason. She married Aristotle Onassis, a Greek shipping magnate 23 years her senior. It was not a fairy tale romance. It was a billionaire marriage of convenience, heavily reliant on a fiercely negotiated financial transaction. Before the wedding on the highly guarded private Greek island of Scorpios, lawyers drafted a staggering 170-clause prenuptial agreement, According to biographers, Jackie received a tax-free payout of $3 million up front just for signing the contract. Onassis also established a $1 million trust fund for both Caroline and John Jr. The contract even dictated their living arrangements. They would maintain separate bedrooms and were not required to spend all their time together. She deliberately traded her status as an American icon for a blank check and absolute physical security. Fact number 6. The Black Widow and the Greek Curse. According to later accounts from the Onassis circle, the Greek billionaire's family despised Jackie from the moment she arrived. Aristotle's fiercely loyal daughter, Christina Onassis, openly hated her new stepmother, frequently referring to her behind closed doors as the Black Widow. Christina was utterly convinced that Jackie carried the Kennedy curse with her like a deadly, invisible virus. In a chilling twist of fate, tragedy did strike the Onassis empire. In January 1973, Aristotle's only son and heir, 24-year-old Alexander, was killed in a horrific plane crash. Aristotle was completely destroyed. Rumors swirled that the grieving billionaire began to believe his daughter was right, whispering that his marriage to the American widow had brought the evil eye to his bloodline. The golden marriage collapsed, and Onassis allegedly began drafting legal papers to file for divorce. Fact number 7. The Scorpio's nude betrayal. This brings us to one of the most shocking and scandalous moments of her entire life. In 1972, paparazzi managed to capture non-consensual nude photographs of Jackie sunbathing on the supposedly highly secure private beaches of Scorpios. The photos were eventually purchased and published by Hustler magazine in 1975, causing an international humiliation. But the darkest part of this story is a vicious, persistent historical rumor. Multiple biographers and insiders have claimed that it was Aristotle Onassis himself who leaked the map, the security patrol schedules, and the flight times to the paparazzi. According to this rumor, Onassis wanted to humiliate Jackie in the global press to gain leverage for their impending divorce and avoid a massive financial payout. While definitively proving it remains impossible, the idea that her own billionaire husband orchestrated her public stripping remains one of the most chilling legends of the decade. Fact number 8. The Camera Smasher. After Aristotle Onassis died in 1975, leaving her a heavily contested settlement of $26 million, Jackie returned to New York. But she was constantly, relentlessly hunted by the press. The stalking reached a terrifying climax with a paparazzi photographer named Ron Galella, who pursued her and her children everywhere. Galella took the famous windblown Jackie photo, but Jackie was no longer going to play the terrified victim. In one explosive confrontation, Galella's camera was smashed by her security. Then Jackie took the war to federal court, enduring a highly publicized, exhausting trial. She won. The courts eventually restricted how close Galella could get to Jackie and her children, after years of harassment and surveillance. She proved to the world that the delicate widow had teeth of iron. Fact number 9. The $200 a week queen. With her physical security guaranteed and her fortune secured, Jackie did something nobody expected. She got a regular job. In 1975, the former First Lady of the United States and the widow of a Greek billionaire accepted a position as a consulting editor at Viking Press in New York. Her starting salary was a mere $200 a week. People initially laughed, assuming it was a pathetic publicity stunt. But Jackie was ruthlessly dedicated. Over the next 2 decades, eventually becoming a senior editor at Doubleday, she worked on over 100 books. She used her massive cultural influence to secure global mega deals, most famously negotiating and editing Michael Jackson's blockbuster autobiography, Moonwalk, in 1988. She completely transformed herself from a political accessory into a formidable, highly respected New York publishing intellectual. Fact number 10. The Married Diamond Merchant. After a lifetime of tragedy, assassinations, and explosive public scandals, Jackie's final chapter was surprisingly quiet, yet still defiantly scandalous. In her later years, she found deep companionship with Maurice Templesman, a wealthy Belgian-American diamond merchant. But there was a catch. Templesman was a married man. Because his wife refused to grant him a divorce, he and Jackie never married. Instead, the former First Lady simply lived openly with her companion in her sprawling 15-room Fifth Avenue penthouse, completely ignoring the societal gossip. Templesman was a financial genius who reportedly managed Jackie's money so well that he massively increased the wealth she had inherited from Onassis. He provided exactly what neither Kennedy nor Onassis could give her: absolute stability, quiet loyalty, and a life entirely shielded from the chaos of the press. When Jackie died on May 19, 1994, at the age of 64, she left behind a massive estate. America wanted her to remain a weeping widow forever. But Jackie Kennedy Onassis refused to be paralyzed by history. What do you think was her most brilliant survival tactic? Fleeing America for a billionaire's island, or returning to New York to build a publishing empire of her own? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and we will keep exposing the most incredible truths behind history's greatest legends.